Remember, there was a series. There was a time we saw, severe killings. They will go drag someone from his bar and then shoot, drag someone. It seems like, is there any particular thing? We're not trying to see any reason, but do you think that there is something connected to bar owners where, or I'm trying to ask Barrister Mbeseha, why is it that this incident is hugely targeted to bar owners?
Well, there's so much in the history of Amazonia. Sometimes events you can trace them to history. The particular spots where those things happen. Industry was so analyzed in Dub Rice. Dub had a very big industry and see where they are. But let's come back to Muyuka. You don't know Muyuka. Things happening in Muyuka. Before independence, Muyuka was an economic hub. You have heard about PowerCam, our national electric company, was based in Muyuka. Muyuka had timber exploration companies, several tens of them. They were important part of the economy of Amazonia. Muyuka housed the very first poetry, government poetry sponsored farm. It was in Muyuka. Today, none of those things exist anymore. Today, it has become a hub for criminals. There have been military camps, I just said, everywhere in Muyuka. Even carry it to Bafia where there's no road, just 15 kilometers from Muyuka, there's no road, but that military camp there. But behind Bafia, before Bafia, there was a prison, they called the productive prison. There in Bafia. And so Muyuka was so significant in Amazonia. That prison was called Bavenga. People went there when they were sent to prison to work and didn't work for nothing. They farmed for the prison system. We sold the crops to other prison systems, which paid the prisoners. Upon your graduation after 7 years term, you went home with some money to start some living for yourself. This was all in Muyuka. None of these things exist anymore. What we find in Muyuka are camps, I've just said, military camps are left and right. But what we find in Muyuka in abundance are criminals who can roam the streets in plain daylight, 11 o'clock p.m., come with guns, motorcycle, kill you and walk away. It's unfortunate. I know Muyuka very well. I grew up in Muyuka. I worked in Muyuka for 2 years. So it's not a place I don't know. I still have cousins, uncles, and aunties living there right now. And so this is a sign of total absence of governance. But why are these things happening in Muyuka only now? So much now, not only now, so much now. It's because of the war. The war for what? The war for the restoration of Amazonia. The war for what? The war for the restoration of Muyuka in the context of Amazonia. And so it is war. Who brought this war onto us? It's Yaoundé. The war to do what? To assimilate us, never to think about Muyuka as an economic hub. Never to talk about PowerCam that was based there. Never to talk about the poultry farm that grew there, that was sponsored by the government there, or talk about Bavenga prison that produced crops that everybody ate. And so this is the bigger context of what is going on in Muyuka. That guy, they killed him. That's outright murder. Good enough, they call it unidentified. Why unidentified? In the face of all these security forces present in town. Why unidentified? Investigation. These people are riding on motorbikes. How fast can a motorbike run away from people? These people have trucks, they have tanks, they have vehicles. If they are doing it in open daylight, they can be chased and brought down. They will not do it. But if they suspected that man was an ambassador, they will shoot him. So I'm very sure in that very bar, there were military guys. And who knows what? They might even be their agents. Otherwise, why would they not bring down one of them? Why would they not bring down even just one of them? Instead, we are told investigations are ongoing. What is investigation? Finding out what happened. What was wrong in catching? There were many of them. In that very bar, I'm very, very sure there were military guys, the way policemen drinking there. If they have the military techniques, if they know the police tactics, they could have brought down at least one. That will help them in the investigation. But up to this point, nobody was brought down. People did what they did with impunity and they walked away. Why? Is there complicity of government, of government security forces there? It's possible, highly possible. Either they are accomplices or they are totally incompetent. Either way, the fault is theirs. Incompetence, maybe. Complicity, possible. And so it's unfortunate for that gentleman. Any of us, anybody, any Ambazonian, even if you're not Ambazonian, if you find yourself in that town, even in Nigeria, even a Cameroonese who find yourself there, you ought to live in peace. You ought to do your business without being hunted down by thieves, organized or random. And so, again, that's why we fight. These things must end. Ambazonia was not meant to be a criminal space for people to hide there. They are not even hiding to do things in open, kill out people in open, steal from them in the open, and walk away. The reason why why we have a government is to assume those things. Those are not things that the ordinary villager, the ordinary inhabitant would do. You cannot bring down a guy like that. If you bring him down there, they don't have a court to prosecute those guys. Also, they have lost Ambazonia in terms of governance. What they have left is just a physical occupation that they can do it with force, with guns, with weapons, with anything that they have. But again, there comes a time when we say enough is enough. We've said enough is enough. Whether the United Nations listens to us or not, we want to fight this battle, either with the assistance of the United Nations, with the assistance of sympathizers, or by ourselves. But we have to free ourselves. We have to do everything to free ourselves. And so sympathizers would assist us. They will come to assist us when we take the bull by the horns. Over to you.
Definitely, sympathizers would come when you take the bull by the horn.